Tell you, one of the reasons they stopped teaching history, if we want to teach the Biafra story in schools, I tell you, was that they couldn't tell our story. And now they can't tell the Biafra story. And we cannot tell the story of the coups properly. Now, a country with so many secrets that it cannot divulge, cannot write history. It is wrong to talk about ignoring the Biafran story. But the injustices and the oppression that led to Biafra are still very much present and with us. You can't escape Biafra. And in fact, the reason we do need to continuously exhume the ghost of Biafra is that the ethnic principles on the basis of which we had to go to war are all pervasive in the Nigerian society of today. And our leaders do not appear to know what to do about them. They start from the wrong premises. Some want to eliminate ethnic groups. It is not possible to eliminate ethnic groups.
I might digress a little, but I will come back to the point the man is making. I want to ask a very critical question. Do women write their will before they die? Rich women who has properties and companies, do they write their will? And if they do they include their husbands? In reality, women fear death. Men don't fear death. Yes, in reality, men don't fear death. However, there are one thing that men consider before dying: the legacy. How would people remember them? Because in the women understanding, they don't exist because their name is not the one trending. It's the name of their husband or the name of their father that is trending. But men are after their name. So when they want to die, most men write the will or put things in order before they die. Life after death for them is about how will people remember them? What will people say about them? That brings me back to the book that IBB wrote. Yes, this book actually might be true that IBB wanted to make Nigerians see him as a good person. He wants to build a legacy that will last for him after going through unacceptance from Nigerian populace. Are we saying that what he's saying in the book is not true? It is true, because he wants to set the record straight and he also wants to make a legacy for himself. This also will point me to those who think that to retain their name is to have a man in their family. Yes, most men will do anything to have a son because they believe that if they could not build a good name for themselves, their son will take over from where they stop. That is why most men will remarry or pregnant women outside because they needed a son, or even give birth to 11 children until they have a son. Yes, but the truth is that it is not the son that will keep your family name going. It is the legacy. When the Bible said a good name is greater than riches, it wasn't talking about you bearing the name Angel or Gabriel or Jesus. The Bible was talking about a good name, the legacy. Even if Nakpambo is your name, if you have a good name, if you have a good legacy, Akpambo will live forever, even if you don't have a male child. So moving on, for IBB book, if you are pointing accusing finger to IBB as the one who is trying to make people believe that the coup is not 1966 coup, this is another video coming from a Yoruba man, bluntly tell you the truth, even though he tried to hide it under some coded languages without making it explicit or being blunt to the raw of the truth. But we know IBB is not the first person who has said that it is not an Igbo coup. There's an Yoruba vlogger who has been going up and down interviewing the people who participated in the war, and they have all proven that it's not an Igbo coup. But I know that the generation we are those who want to bend their head on believing lies. None of us are born in the year war has happened, but you still want to hold people like us to the sins of our father. Let's assume that our fathers committed that crime. Of course, it's a crime, and nobody deserves to face that. Before I dive into the main point I want to make in this video, in 2019, I posted in my old Facebook saying Malam Sanusi, the Emir of Kano, and Peter Obi supposed to be the best candidate to rule this country. In 2019, Peter Obi wanted to run with Atiku. I made this post. I said Sanusi, as an Emir and a Muslim from the north, from Kano, Gogo, will be a better candidate to run either president or vice president or vis-a-vis with Peter Obi. A lot of my friends who are Muslims in my old Facebook that school with me in Zaria started saying, Emir is bigger than being a president. He cannot leave his traditional and religious office to come and become president of Nigeria. Kiniko, kiniko, kiniko. That is why it's good for someone to study history and learn from it. Nigerians live with ignorance and claiming they know the truth. Is it not Sadona of Sokoto, a traditional ruler of the Sokoto Caliphate, that was a politician, the governor, the premier of the northern region in 1966? Tell me how Sanusi cannot run for a presidential point of view. You see, we have a gold mine in our hand, but we will be playing politics of ignorance, because this is not about tribe or religion again. This is politics of ignorance. You'll be defending what you don't know. Study history and learn from it. Just like this man is saying, they remove history. But at least, even if they remove history from school, you have data to browse. But no, you will still browse out of wickedness and hatred you have for a tribe. You still will not learn from it. That's why some of you don't reason. Look at it. Sadona of Sokoto is a leader. A traditional office is holding in Sokoto, yet is a political leader in the entire north as of 1966. Anyway, let's dive into the remaining story. This man here, if his name is Marandon, I don't know how to pronounce it, is the direct driver of Sadona of Sokoto before he was murdered. Before the 15 January 1966 coup, this is a direct private driver of Sadona of Sokoto. I'm going to read out all the things he said in the interview of 5th October 2019, when he was interviewed by this newspaper. So that you will know it is not only Babangida that have said it. In my last video, when I said that some of them knew about this, they knew that there's going to be a coup. Because by rumor, there's a coup that's supposed to happen on the 17th. So the one that struck on the 15th, in fact, the 15th one was to preempt or to stop the one that's supposed to happen on 17th. Because the one on 17th, they say it's supposed to be more bloodier than the one that happened on 15th. But you know why I'm showing this video? So that you that is saying Igbo people tell their people to run away and kill other people. These ones know. They have opportunity to also run away, assuming that what you are saying is true. They have opportunity to run away, but they quietly, they stood. He will hear it from his own driver, where he said it, that then he will not run away. I'm out of here, Joe. 70-year-old Shehu Aliyu Maradon was a driver, chauffeur to the late Sadona of Sokoto, Sir Ahamadu Bello, until his death in January 1966. In this interview with Adeniyi Olugbemi, Maradon recalled his memorable moment with the Reverend Premier of the Northern region. Adeniyi asked, "How was he killed from the account you heard?" Then Maradon answered, "The only episode I was not privy to was the killing of the late Sadona, but I was privileged to know the other things that happened from my vintage position as one of the closest drivers to him. The unfortunate incident occurred in the month of Ramadan after Sardauna returned from via Malam Aminu Kano International Airport from Omar Lesser Haji. The following day, as soon as we have arrived in Kaduna, Chief Samuel Akintola, the Premier of the Western Region, called Sardauna on telephone to say he was coming to see him in Kaduna. Yaounda Arugungu, Ali, senior driver Hassan Lemu, and I were sent to the airport to receive Samuel Akintola. Unknown to us, Chukuma Nzogo, who had been monitoring the movement from Sardauna, trailed us to the airport and back to Sardauna residence. When Akintola arrived at the Sardauna's residence, while they were having a discussion, I overheard Akintola asking Sardauna if he was aware that the military wanted to overthrow their government. Sardauna said he was not aware of such plan and asked Akintola what he planned to do. Akintola answered that he came with an aircraft and they should run out of the country. But Sardauna categorically said no, that he was not going to leave Nigeria because some people wanted to overthrow his government. He assured Akintola that he would give him the necessary support to go to any neighboring country he wanted to flee to. The courage shown by Sardauna made Akintola to jettison his plan to flee the country. He then told Sardauna that he was going back to Ibadan and that anything that would happen to Sardauna should also happen to him. Then we took Akintola back to the airport. On this particular night, 4 men, the Commissioner of Police, MD Yusuf, Secretary to the Premier, Aliyu Akilu, Yusuf Balanta, and Brigadier Samuel Ademuyunga came to meet Sardauna and he led them to the conference room. They had a closed-door meeting, and after the meeting, the visitors departed. About 30 minutes later, 3 of them came back without Brigadier Ademuyunga, and Sardauna led them again to the conference room. We don't know what they discussed.